Been a few weeks. How are you doing?
I'm good, buddy. Been a few weeks being on the interwebs with everybody, but of course, I think it's only been about 15 minutes since the last time we talked.
True, true.
We've
So
been that whole thing about getting past the North American Championship and taking some time off never really worked out.
no one told us that. Start a tour and you'd get November off. It didn't work like that. So, but it's been good. You have a good Christmas.
Yeah, man, we had a really good time. Finally able to have some family together. Um, my wife's family came down from Louisville, and her brother came over from Charlotte with his family. So, first time really everybody's been in one place for 2 years. So it's kind of nice to have everybody together, get the cousins all having some family time together before they're you know grown and off to school. So it was good.
Right. Well, happy holidays. A little shout out to our friend Joe Arnold from New York, faithful watcher of the show. It'll be good to see you in I think, couple weeks, right? I'm pretty sure Joe's in for the Tournament of Champions. So looking forward to getting the season started down there um, in Orlando here in a couple weeks. So it's crazy. We're like 3 weeks away from it
I
all
know it.
starting all over again.
Well, it's already started, but yeah, as far as
Right.
major schedule goes, you and I will be pretty much on blast starting here in about 3 weeks. So we don't don't get many breaks between January and November this year. It's gonna be hectic.
Right. Well, I mean, the big news out of the APT office. Do you want to break that, or you want me to break that over the last couple weeks?
Well, how about I set it up for you?
There you go. That's probably good because I was told if we didn't talk about this like right off the beginning, I was dead.
Well, look, I don't think it's not any secret to anybody that's been paying attention to any of our lives or have run into either of us at any of our events over the course of the last essentially year. That there's been a lot of changes going on with the tour and a lot of growth going on. So business wise and whatnot, you and I have kind of had our head down, keeping our nose to the grindstone. You've caught quite a bit of flack
It's
over
true.
that period of time for your personal life. So I think it's only appropriate that we close out 2021 with you making a formal announcement here to the world.
It's true. It is very true. So I am absolutely excited to announce that I asked Allie to marry me, and she actually said yes. So, which is good. So she'll keep working for the APT, and we're getting married.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. I'm happy for both of you. I'm glad that we didn't lose a girlfriend and an employee at the same time. So,
It's a big risk. It was a big
yeah,
risk.
good job, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's been fun and can't wait to celebrate with everybody when we get out back on tour here in a few weeks. And
Right.
but I love Lambert. He's like about dang time. So um, but 2021, certainly has been a crazy year. We've had a lot of memories to look back on. I love isn't that sexual harassment? It's not sexual harassment if you don't complain. It's a fun fact.
Well, you are the HR department, so
I am the HR department. Actually, Chris is the HR department. He just sent in the text because HR approves.
yeah,
So,
that's
um,
right.
but anyways, 2021's been just a crazy ride since we started. We started planning this in May of 20 at the Peabody Hotel. I love to give Chris a really hard time about, he's coming down while you're playing in a golf tournament, and, watching the Ducks at the Peabody Hotel in the middle of COVID because there was nothing else to do. So
It
we're
was
literally
literally
hanging out in
a
the
ghost
lobby
town.
with the Ducks, and nobody's at the Peabody Hotel, and that's where we started to get together and make plans for this thing, and so it's been absolutely crazy, and so of all the moments, now that you've had a few weeks to kind of reflect, what was the most special for you?
Of the entire season last year, I,
Yeah,
look, it's really kind of hard to go past November 1st and the launch. I mean, that was such a big deal, and to have as many people kind of jump in the boat with us that first day,
right,
um, when we had nothing to really to show anybody, or other than the vision that we've been working on for a while. And so that's the day that stands out, I think, the most to me. There's so many little individual moments and people we've met, and tournaments we played in, and places, great venues and courses and all that. But that day was really the table setter for the entire season. And having 9, 10, 11 guys come on with us right there that first day, and go ahead and make it public, and start working right away to build this brand that we've built was, that's the standout, the linchpin day, as I call it.
no, definitely. I think it's a good time. It's hard sometimes for me to go back to that day, just because there's been so much that's built on that. Just the effort that our guys in all the different local chapters have put in. But just obviously there's all the fun times of travel and us going around to all the different chapters and getting to play an event. I've played an event in so many different markets that I'd never been to. It was so much fun to go to different places and see the great golf courses that our guys book across the country, and really looking forward to doing that again this year. But I got to say my favorite moment was probably night two of the chapter owner retreat, when we had those sessions and we got everybody talking about how do we continue to grow this, how do we continue to make things better for the players, and you see all these people coming in from all over the country that have so many years of experience doing this, and everybody's starting to share ideas, and just seeing people work, pulling each other aside, and helping each other in areas where they're strong. And it was just really fun to see, and to see the culture that's been created. And to know the benefit that's going to have for the players going forward in 2022 and beyond. It's been really fun. So um, I can't wait to see what happens next.
That's a great bookend, because we started with uh, the announcement on November 1st, the live feed that we did, and having Bart and Chicago, and all the folks that came along with us right off the bat. Uh, that was the original, coming meeting of the minds, and coming together, and everybody kind of working on a grand plan together, putting their own 2 cents worth of vision in. I've got several pictures that I've taken to where I've leaned back from our Zoom meetings with all the chapter owners on my gallery, and taking pictures of everybody being involved in those meetings, because that's really what this has been all about, is the collaboration of everybody coming together. It's you and I get the FaceTime here and doing the live stuff, but there's so many people behind the scenes that go unnoticed and unmentioned, that are doing a bunch of work to make things happen, and make it good for everybody. So that's the best part for me, is seeing how everybody's kind of bought in, and all kind of pulling their weight to make everything as good as it can possibly be.
Yeah, definitely. Well, quick pause to shameless shout out to items still available in our pro shop. Steven, this hat is actually camo. So it's flex fitted trucker camo hat. We've got them in the store. It's probably my favorite hat to just wear around the house all the time. So we do have those. Highly recommend the hat. Um, let's see. So really tough question. You got to pick 3 courses you played events at that you were favorite this year.
Well, it's funny that you asked me 3 favorite courses, because I had the opportunity earlier today. I was interested, because I've received Golf Week's best list for 2021, and when it came up, I was like, I want to look and see how many of those we played. So in 2021, just our major schedule alone, beginning with El Campeon at Mission Inn, all the way through Pinehurst number 2, every single course we played, with the exception of one, as part of our major schedule or our North American Championship, all but one ranked in the top 200 resort courses for Golf Week magazine.
Right.
That's pretty incredible.
And the one that's not on there, I know which one it is. That's not on there. Probably should be.
Oh,
in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Bob Wolcott.
Right.
For sure.
Exactly.
100% should be there.
And that's not a resort course, so that's
Correct.
That one's going to get a different, being a different grouping, but still, Greystone, that's best you can play in Tennessee. That's on every list that's out there. So,
right.
Yeah, man, we didn't have a dud in the whole deal.
No.
There wasn't one single hiccup. So, best 3 that I played. I mean, unfortunately, you and I didn't play Pinehurst, so we were working.
We can't do Pinehurst. How about this? Let's take the major courses out of it.
Okay.
Let's go in somebody's local schedule, top 3 courses you played that you visited. I think that's a really good one.
We probably should have planned this ahead of time so I could have come up with this.
It's more fun to put you on the spot with this. This is real time, guys. We haven't made a list on this. And I'll go first if you want. You want to go alternate them?
Yeah, we'll alternate. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
See, you hadn't thought about it either.
No, in no particular order.
I'll throw one out. Because I've never played this course for Turning Stone.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Both courses.
Turning Stone.
Both courses.
Yeah.
But the Shenandoah,
which one did you like better?
The Shenandoah course is special.
Yeah,
it's really, really good.
Okay, I'm taking it out. So here's the deal. Because that would be in my top 3 too. I'm taking it out. So that way they get 6 golf courses.
Right.
I'll throw one out there. Blue Top Ridge in Iowa, Paul Schmitz. Yeah. He's got a 2-day there, June 5th and 6th of 22. That is worth. I've got a great event in St. Louis on the 4th on that Saturday. Then he has a Sunday, Monday, 2-day. That'd be a good little 3-day stretch.
I'm sorry I missed that one last year. The pictures of that place are amazing.
It's ranked number 2 in Iowa and just behind what's that golf course in that's ranked number 1?
Spirit Hollow.
Spirit Hollow. There's no way that Spirit Hollow is better than that golf course. Blue Top Ridge is so good. The elevation, you're in Iowa, so you don't think there's going to be like elevation changes.
Right.
That golf course is so freaking good.
It's so funny in these rankings, man. You're talking about 1/100ths of a point difference in some of these rankings. So
right.
Yeah. So my turn. Again, another course I'd never played, and really, really enjoyed it. Champions Retreat in Augusta was special. That place is really, really cool, and just the whole vibe of the place. The golf course itself is outstanding, but the way the club is set up and the residential development around it is really, really cool place.
Yeah, no, really good. I'm going to go with an obvious one because if I don't, I'm never going to hear the end of it from Casey. But certainly NCR South. They've got a 1-day 36-hole deal in April 17th, 18th, April 18th, the day after Easter. Highly recommend traveling to that. NCR South's a top 100 classic, and it is everything you could ever ask for. So good.
All right. And I'm blanking right now, but I got my other one. Hold on quick, just a hot second, and
I'm surprised you haven't named anything on the Philly tour yet, or.
Yeah, there's so many good ones.
The Triad.
Hold on.
The place in Texas was good, Horseshoe Bay.
Well, I played. What was the place I won in Texas was really good too. Pine Dunes. That place was really good. The PGA course in Reno.
Yeah.
Old
Greenwood.
Thank you.
I've driven by it on the highway, and it looked really good.
I'm getting old, guys. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Old Greenwood. Man, another again 3 places I've never played before. Um, Up in the Tahoe Highlands, up in the Sierra Nevadas, above the Valley. There, huge, you know, redwood trees everywhere. Just man, another really cool place. And playing it the day, literally the day before the PGA guys
Right.
showed up. Stands everywhere. The place was immaculate. Just a man, really, really cool time. Good time. And the guys out in California, Matt Fegley and Phil Kakamies put on a great show for everybody. Working with a casino, having a car take everybody. The winners, each division or leaders in each division got to take a limousine to the golf course for the second round. I mean, stuff like that. It was really cool. It was a fun tournament.
Nice. It'll be since you went west, I'm gonna go east
All
for
right.
my third one. I'm going Starmount Forest. The Triad. That place was really good.
That was a lot of
Really
fun.
good design. It was really good golf course. Really enjoyed that. I think it's on Ivan and Jay's schedule again this year.
It
So
is.
another one that I'll probably fly in for. Really good event, really good time. Hopefully somewhere around them has a weekend tournament so I can steal a couple while we're down there. And John Lambert, we will be in the Virginia Capitol. Poor John Lambert, the only chapter that Jody and I didn't get to last year. Not because we don't love you, man.
I know, which means I'll probably go twice this next year to make it up for them. So I've already got stuff on my calendar penciled in for heading up to Virginia. So I'll be with you guys for sure next year, if not both of us.
Right. So Jake's like, too bad Matt doesn't come to Kansas City.
Hey, I did.
I'll get out that way.
Kansas City.
So, anyways, it's fun to look back on 2021, but we've got a lot to talk about for 2022, and so we're going to take a quick commercial break and listen to a message from our friends at Turtleson. Still the best stuff in the industry. I'm telling you, I'm such a fan of their stuff.
Hey, I've gotten to the point in my career, or not my career, gotten to the point in my relationship with my wife that Christmas rolls around, she doesn't give me a bunch of stuff. It's just like, hey, get me the essentials, some socks, a few knickknack items, stuff like that, and just let me go order what I want. So I've got a big Turtleson order coming in to start the first of the year. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to getting some new pullovers, another jacket. So yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. Speaking of Turtleson, I talked to Carol a couple days ago. Finalized all the items for the Tournament of Champions event coming up, which first event we got to talk about in 2022. It is sold out. There's a few people on the waiting list. But we are sold out at a max of 120 players. And so excited about that. Sponsored by Turtleson, sponsored by 2 Under as well. And so it's going to be great from a tee gift perspective. The 2 Under items actually showed up in Florida today. So they got in.
Well, and we've got a
3 weeks early.
Great response too from a registration standpoint. Folks want to come down to play at Disney and get out of the snow and cold and wet wherever they are. So, just as a reminder, if you won any event, local or national, not just for winners of national events, but even if you won an event on your local schedule, you're qualified for Tournament of Champions. So sure. I don't know if Matt can squeeze you in or not, but if you want to try, give us a shout. We'll see if
it's full boat. Do you need to throw a little shout out to our friend Dusty Mullis watching? He'll be on the show here in a few weeks.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So how are you doing, Dusty?
Is he commenting or where's?
Oh, I just got a notification that said he was watching. You know those notifications we get that when people are watching the show.
Sure. Love it.
So sometimes those get to be more entertaining than other times. That's for sure.
No doubt.
yeah, so we'll have Dusty on and talk about some really exciting things here in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, tournament champions sold out. The Orange County National Fourball is sold out. We're working on adding, up to 128 spots now. I'm going to call the golf course again, trying to get a hold of them. It is difficult during the holidays. We've got at 128, we've still got another 8 people on the waiting list, and so we're going to try to keep adding spots where we can. But it's just gonna be up to the golf course. And so as soon as we get some communication there, but it's exciting because we've got the tournament champions sold out. We've got OC and Fourball sold out. For those of you coming down for either one of those events, South Florida is going to host an event at Celebration Golf Club on that Friday. Jody and I will both be out there playing in that. And so if you want to come hang out with us, we will certainly be out there, and it'll be a great time. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a good year. So, and we got to talk a little bit about Big Cedar, right?
Sure. Yeah. How much difference a year makes, right? We had a schedule that we put out last year with national majors, uh, and we had, of course, a lot of interest in the Whistling Straits event, and had that one sold out pretty quick, but nothing before the first of the year. So really excited to get one of our national majors already sold out with a waiting list going before we've even turned the page on the calendar to 22. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great
Well, in that
testament
waiting
to.
list, it's sold out at 144, and the waiting list is already 20 deep.
All
So,
right. Again,
I mean,
just
if you
a
have any
testament to
chance to
our.
get in, you need to get on it right now. So,
Yeah, sure. Testament to our
and
members
hey, Rick
and.
Knapp, by the players for the players, baby. The Friday event does count for points.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you want to go ahead and put in a comment who gave us that suggestion last year?
Right. Well, the good news for that one too, and that's our new South Florida chapter that's going to be hosting that event. So it's a great opportunity if you're in Florida area and want to join a chapter. Brandon's going to do a great job. This will be a great opportunity to meet him, get a head start on earning some points for your local chapter race. And then, of course, Matt and I are going to be there as well. So if you're going to be in town for either of the other two events or both of them, go ahead and register now because registration's open. That will allow Brandon to schedule with the golf course and communicate with them how many he's expecting to have. So, yeah, go ahead and get registered for that if you're thinking about coming down.
Yeah, no, definitely. Question coming in from Mr. Cook. Yes, the TOC and Fourball count for points as well. So pretty much everything counts for points nowadays, Jody, and
Yeah,
that's one of the advantages of the APT. You can play as many events as you want, and they all count for points. So it's not like your first two count for points, then nothing else counts for points. It's just all your events count for points.
that's right. And it pretty much, if it doesn't say that it's not a points event, then
It's a
it
points
is a
event.
points event. So, yep.
Exactly. And John, about pairing rooms, and you can email Allie at aptgolf.org. Just let her know you're looking for a roommate. We've got a list started. All the rooms for the Independence Open, Big Cedar Lodge. Everybody's required to stay on property for that event. There's only 3 events this year that you have to stay on property. Everything else, we try to get you hotel deals and all this other stuff. It doesn't mean you have to take it. We're just trying to get you a better deal. Some resorts require it though. So Big Cedar Lodge, obviously they're voted the number 1 new course in the country, so they get to dictate those terms. But their brand new resort, Anglers Lodge, is going to be a great time where we're staying. Allie's handling all the room reservations for that. Stream Song, you've got to stay on property. You want to stay on property though because there's no property around Stream Song to stay on. So great resort and great rate. I couldn't believe the rates that we got for Stream Song.
I
And
can't
then
wait to
Bandon, the same thing.
talk about that event too when we start talking about this coming season. So we'll
Yeah.
get back around to that one in a minute.
Yeah, and I'll just be honest. For the second time in the chat tonight, Captain Nepp has said the word bifurcate.
Bifurcate.
And whatever. Can you explain to the world what that means?
Yes.
Okay,
Separate.
that'd be great. 'Cause I'm
Bifurcate.
confused.
Bifurcate means separate.
Separate. Got it. So,
Kind of like
Sean Powers has asked.
kind of like what your Joey pouch does for you.
Elevate and bifurcate.
That's it.
Hey, it's just saying. I'm gonna email Jack right now. We've got new marketing for our friends at 2 Under. Um, Sean asked a good question. He said, "Sign up for Paynes Valley. When will the next payment be taken out for the balance?" So the balance is going to come out the day after that registration closes. I think for the Independence Open, technically that's June 1st. So you've got a little bit of time there. We'll make sure to communicate with you before it happens. So, for example, we haven't sent the email out to the list yet, but if you're registered for the Tournament of Champions or Orange County National, the payment's going to come out between January 3rd and January 5th is when we'll pull those balance payments. So we'll have all that going here in just a couple days. Wanted to let everybody get through the holidays, all that good stuff. So,
Ray Wheeler says Pine Dunes was the hottest place on earth. I think there are some folks in at True North that might beg to differ, and maybe a couple seniors in Chattanooga that may also beg to differ with that. That first day at Black Creek Club was pretty stuffy.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, David, you've got a great question. We're going to answer that as soon as we come back. But first, we've got to take a commercial break from our friends at 2 Under.
2 Under. Quality fabrics, no roll waistband, Joey pouch, elevate and separate, no chafing. What more could you ask for?
That's all I wear. That's all I'm saying.
I got to ask him to stop running on that treadmill while he talks to us about his underwear. But yeah,
It's Ricky Fowler, man. He's coming out of the slump. It's good. We're pulling for him. So, anyways, a great question before the break from David. He wants to know if all handicaps are able to join the tour. So, you want to answer that, Jody?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 divisions in the Amateur Players Tour that allows you to be bifurcated into a group to compete against players with similar skill sets. So all the way up to 18, 19, 20 handicaps. So there's a spot for you to play, and and even if you are a high handicapper and you've not played a whole lot of tournament golf, it's a great way for you to get experience playing tournament golf, get more comfortable doing it, and certainly it will help you improve, find areas of your game that you need to work on and get better at. And it's a lot of fun watching guys that start out in higher divisions and work their way up. We had a whole bunch of promotions last year, and it's always exciting to see those guys elevate themselves to the next level and work out what they got to do to be able to be competitive at that next level. So yeah, definitely we can find a spot for you. Just reach out to us and talk to us about where you're at, what your handicap is now, and we'll find a division for you to play in where you can be competitive.
No, definitely. Yeah. So Cal's asking about super seniors. That's something we're still talking about, Cal, and as the senior things start to shape out, we're talking about that with our committee. So we'll get back to you on that as we get closer into the season. 2022 major schedule. I think we've announced all but one of the majors now. So there is one more still coming that we're waiting on a final contract from. So,
Right.
which is always the fun. I know everybody keeps asking about the schedules. Even in St. Louis, at a golf course today, I've been asking for the rate so I can post it. And they're like, yeah, well, we're going to meet January 17th. And you know what I mean? A lot of these guys are trying to figure out what they're doing. And so there's a little delay on that. So please be patient. If you don't see your local market schedule, it's not because our guys aren't trying. It's just, sometimes we're waiting for rates and things like that to kick in. But, walking through the majors, what major are you most looking forward to in 2022? And don't just cheap out and say Big Cedar Lodge. So,
Well, I'm not. Again, I'm a little weird in the way that I look at golf courses, and um, probably the one golf course that I'm most excited about next year that's on our schedule, one that I've not played, and I'm a big fan of classic courses, classic architecture. So the number one on my list is going to be the Omni Bedford Springs. Really,
Dude,
really excited
sleeper.
about getting up there for that. It's going to be a great resort. First of all, I mean it's an Omni, so you can't go wrong there. Um, Great part of the country there in central PA. Easy to get to for a lot of people on the East Coast. Um, but a really, really good old school golf course. And according to Golf Week magazine, it's a top 100 resort course. So this rings. I think it's tied for 96th on their list or something like that, 95th, 96th. So it's a top 100 resort course, which puts it in the same echelon with just about anything we played last year. It's going to be a fantastic golf course.
Right. That's gonna be good. John asked a good question. Should we go and book our rooms now for Omni? Absolutely, go ahead. We've worked really hard to try to get these hotels to give you a room block around the Omni Bedford Springs, and it's not happening. So they wanna charge us more money by guaranteeing them a block of rooms than what you can book on your own. And so
But
for
you
this
don't
one,
have
I
to
think
stay on property there if you don't
no, you
want
do
to.
not have to stay on property. There's no rooming requirement at all. We were trying to even the Marriott's down the street. There's two Marriott's in that town. You'll probably have pretty good luck trying to book them on your own. Um, as far as room blocks, it wasn't nothing we were getting was going to be worth holding any rooms. So,
Exactly.
um, but
So what
so
about
Rick
you?
has
What about you? What's the major that you're looking for? That's looking forward to. That's not named Paynes Valley.
right. As much as I love Tiger's Place, it's sold out now anyway. So,
Right.
um, you know what I mean? But not, it's Tiger Woods' golf course. Like there's something that's super historic about that. And there's no, to me, there's part of me wants to say TPC San Antonio. Got to throw a plug to the Lone Star Shootout. I want another shot at that place. Such a good golf course. It's so pure.
Yeah, I'm really
Um,
hoping you and I get to play again because we did not. What we did last year was not playing golf.
was not playing golf there. Um, what I'm probably most looking forward, I would say Stream Song. But I'm sure I'll be working Ambrier and you'll be working Stream Song, so I probably won't even get to go, which is fine.
We
I'll
can
get
tag
over it.
up if we need to. I've already played Stream Song, so if you need to go down there and hang
I
out
know.
with the mayor,
Kev, there's no way we're hosting a major in my backyard that I'm not going to be at. So my St. Louis guys would not let me ever live that down if I was at Stream Song and sent you to Ambrier. So
well,
me and Kevin will hold down the fort at Ambrier, and you have fun at Stream Song, my friend.
our friend at Ambrier would be upset with you if you weren't there for that as well. So
Yeah, so he would start making fun of me. He starts to miss me if I don't show up every couple months to hang out with him. So,
right,
um, but the one I'll be honest, the one I'm probably most looking forward to is Chambers Bay.
yeah.
I've heard such good things about that place. I mean, we're talking about. I mean, how many majors are the golf courses in the top 25 in the country? So, I mean, Stream Song just what number 6 golf resort in the world voted this week?
Number 2 in the U.S.
Yeah, number 2 in
Number
the U.S.
number 6 in the world. Number 2 in the U.S.
Is number 1 Bandon?
Yep.
So just so you know, we've got majors at both of the top 2 resorts in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt that our Fourball North American Championship at Bandon next November is going to be played on 2 courses in the top 10. 2 courses in the top 10. Everybody's top 10. Golf Digest, Golf Week, Golf World, whatever you look at it, the 2 golf courses in the top 10 in the world. Like
Right.
certainly top 10, certainly top 10 US. So it's hard to pass that up. But Chambers, I have been singing praises of Chambers Bay from the get-go. I couldn't wait to get this on our schedule. I'm so excited that we have a chapter in Seattle with our friend Warren Otley, and being able to host a major up there. Man, this place they just finished. I think they just issued the rankings for top municipal golf courses. Number one was our friends up at Bethpage Black in New York.
Fair.
Number two, Chambers Bay.
Chambers Bay.
Yeah. So kind of hard, and both rounds being played at Chambers Bay too. We're not going off property to play some other local public that's not going to stand up to Chambers Bay. So you're going to get 2 rounds on a U.S. Open golf course.
Yeah, and it's not even that as much as you need 2 rounds to really appreciate a place as good as Chambers Bay.
Certainly, because the first time you play it, it's going to kick your rear end, both from a golf standpoint and also physically. It's kind of a difficult walk down in the mine, and walking around that rim and going back up and down inside the bowl there. But you need to go back the second day. It's kind of like TPC San Antonio. Like, we're all excited to go back and play it again. Now that we saw it and we know what we're dealing with and what kind of monster we have. Chambers Bay will be that experience only in back-to-back days. You'll get to go back the second day and go, all right, I made this mistake yesterday on this hole. I'm going to try something different. So I think the players are going to really appreciate that.
Right. No, I mean, to see Spieth get his first win in a while, to break that slump this year at the Valero, watching that, I remember him sitting on 18. He's got 3-wood. He goes, I can't make 6 if I hit 3-wood. And I'm like, you can make 6, you can make 7, you can make 8, you can make 9. I said, heck, you can even pull a Jody and make a 10.
Yeah. Just don't get in that bunker left of the green and go back.
I'm like, just lay up.
That's bad.
Lay up. So Rick Neff wants to know, can a senior player win both senior national and open player of the year in their respective division? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So chapters that have senior only events or senior only season, Charlotte, St. Louis, I'm not sure if there are others out there that are going to do it this year. They will have a senior player of the year for just that series of events, but you're not precluded from also playing in the open events as well. And so you'll be able to earn events or earn points toward your local player of the year race as well. So yeah, it gives our seniors maybe some more opportunities to play against competition their own age. So they're not having to deal with the young guns and the bombers every single tournament out there. So it's kind of like Phil this year, who went back and forth between the PGA and the senior tour. He goes picked and choose which events he wanted to play, and still coming back and forth. So we want to make that same opportunity available to our seniors, where they can play maybe some weekday events with the senior or some Sundays, depending upon how each chapter is setting the schedule up. But then they're also free to come and compete against the open fields as well. We encourage everybody to play in the open fields, and more players, the more money in the prize pool and all of that stuff.
Definitely. And I think one of the biggest things is just one membership, which is nice. And so if you're a senior in a market, I know St. Louis and Charlotte right now have senior only schedules, which we haven't talked about a ton yet. But you can literally play every single event if you want to. If you're a senior, it's just more options, more opportunities to play, more opportunities to compete. And so you can compete for both the senior player of the year and the local player of the year. Nothing's limiting you there. You have the ability to play the senior nationals or the open nationals or both. And so lots of good opportunities to be able to play and compete on the APT.
Yeah, I think you kind of glossed over it there, but it's a big deal to not have to pay a second membership. We're not bifurcating our senior tour from our
There's not 2 handicap systems. It's one handicap system. It's still one tour, one community.
That's right. So you don't get cliques where you're playing in just a group over here that doesn't communicate or interact with this other group. So everybody's still going to be all part of one tour, all showing up at different events, just giving more opportunities. And that's what we're trying to do as a tour, and give as many opportunities for players to play and compete as we can, where it's still, feasible and fun for everybody.
Sure. No, definitely. A couple questions coming in. one from Tim. Are you guys working lodging for Streamsong yet? Absolutely. If you go to the tournament information page, it gives you instructions on how to contact Streamsong to book your room. And so we're working closely with Streamsong. We go ahead and call Streamsong. The rooms in our block are first come, first served. I know there's some king rooms, some that are two queens. So if you're looking for a roommate or not, if you need a roommate, obviously let Allie know. She works all day, every day to try to make travel arrangements as easy as possible for you guys. And then hold on, I can't see that question because I've got the very nice, Chris.
I had the chat up too. I was like, wait, what does that say?
Right. And Rick, I appreciate your feedback about the 4 rounds for a senior championship or a regular championship. Certainly something we'll take into consideration, and we certainly appreciate the feedback with that. And you're certainly welcome to reach out to us as well. I mean, that's one of the things about being a players tour. Jody and I were talking about that last night a little bit. We want you all to know that we're willing to listen, and so we've got committee of our local chapter owners that we sit and mull over ideas, and we're constantly wanting input and feedback from our players, and just know that we are approachable, and we do love to hear from you, and we want to make this your tour. That's why we started it. We were players that thought it could be better, and so we've set out to make it better, and we wanted to put our money where our mouth is, and do something about it. So that's really how we got started, isn't it, Jody?
Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, part of the reason why we're doing what we're doing is just being told by other people that our opinion didn't count or we didn't know what we were talking about. So, we're not going to run things that way and set out to create a different company. So if you guys have questions or input, our emails are readily available, or most of you probably know our cell number. So it's real easy to find a way to contact Matt and I directly and ask us any questions, make any comments, suggestions, even constructive criticism. We're happy to listen to it and explain what it is that we're thinking and ways that why we're doing what we're doing, but also consider a better way of doing things. So, the nice thing about having, pushing 3,500 members, pushing 3,500 members last year, and hopefully getting much bigger than that this year is we got a lot of people with great ideas and opinions, and probably several of them with a lot more experience than you or I doing this. And so we certainly welcome their input and help in making this thing as good as it can possibly be.
Right. No, definitely. Well, we've got one more commercial break, and then we'll come back and wrap this thing up. But I'm really excited about our partnership with these guys. But check out this message from our friends at Golf Tech.
Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know that I was born for this. I was born. I tell you, I was born for this. Ain't nothing gonna stop me now.
Have you ever seen that OptiMotion technology in action, Jody?
I have actually. I've used it myself. I was actually in Nashville at having dinner with my wife on our 25th anniversary, which is terrible. I know this sounds awful, but as we're having dinner, I'm like, hey, Golf Tech's right next door, and I know Paul's over there, who's the area manager for Golf Tech. I need to go stick my head in there. So I'm even working while I'm having anniversary dinner. Fortunately, my wife understands it, and after 25 years, you don't have to necessarily impress as much as you used to. But yeah, so walked in and stuck my head in there. And the funny thing is Paul had already talked to his people at the corporate office in Denver. He was already well aware of everything that was going on with us and the relationship that we're building there. So it's kind of exciting to see another company come on board that's as excited about us as we are about them.
Yeah, I had a really, really good call with him yesterday. Jeff, stay tuned, my friend. We'll have a lot of exciting news with Golf Tech coming very soon. Nothing to announce quite yet, but just talk about a company that I love, and you know, and it just morphed. You know, they started in the basement at Cherry Hills Country Club in Denver. Just some guys that wanted to do something different. Starting the lesson world went through. I was actually on the phone with one of my friends at the PGA today, and we were talking about Golf Tech. I was doing my due diligence, and asked him what his opinion was, and he goes, "You know what? I got to be honest. Like, there were, when they first broke into the industry, people weren't sure, but he goes, now they're probably the largest employer of PGA professionals in the country, and they're doing so much good in the game of golf, and he just gave glowing reviews about them as a company and their culture and how they treat their people and how they conduct business, and they're just a perfect fit for our culture that we're creating with the APT, and it's going to be fun to work with them this coming year."
Well, I think they were definitely ahead of the curve when it comes to using, radar, ball flight technology, and stuff like that in order to help instruct and help players understand, the interaction of the club face with the ball and stuff like that. But mirroring that with video and all the stuff that goes along with that, being able to create portals for you to see your videos even at home and work on stuff after you've had your lesson there on property, or in the lab with the guys. It was ahead of the curve, no doubt. And now it seems like everybody's building simulators and indoor hitting bays and video and with TrackMan and or Flight Scope or whatever it is. And so, you know, seeing these guys, the industry is kind of catching up to them, but they're making a name for themselves from an instructional standpoint. And there's no question in my mind that time spent with them, money spent with them. You hear the old saying about, well, you can't buy a game, you can't buy a golf game. Well, that's true. You can't do it through equipment, but you can spend that same money on a quality instructor and that has all the right technology to help you get better, and that will definitely improve your game. So, in that respect, you can buy a golf game.
No, certainly. It's been fun working with those guys. Great people. Yeah, well, it's been good to be on here tonight. Get back in front of everybody. We're going to start these regularly Thursday night. Little teaser for next week. We've got a new partner to announce. Another partner to bring value to your membership with the APT. Two new chapters to announce. So believe it or not, we've still got at least three to announce for next year, waiting, potentially some more. And so we're still expanding. We're excited about these guys. So a lot of good things to talk about next week. So certainly tune in there. We'll continue to talk about things that are going on. One of the things, if you haven't checked it out yet, we've completely rewrote the member manual. And so if you go to our website, go to the member manual, you can either download it with one click, or, we've got navigation built in. So it's real easy to find everything. So make yourself comfortable with that. But other than that, man, enjoy the new year, and we'll see you on Thursday. So we got a few minutes. If anybody's got any questions.
And while questions are loading, I'll go over a couple of things that again, looking at those rankings. So 2022, we have 13 courses on our major schedule alone, just major schedule alone, that are ranked in the top 200 resort courses in the U.S.
Right.
If you put our composite schedule together, and again, we still have some chapters that are building out their schedule. They've got them maybe built out in the background, haven't published things yet. We have 33 courses in the top 200 all across the country. So even our local chapters are raising the bar, putting some great tournaments on there. I know our Indiana guys have got French Lick on there, both courses, both the Donald Ross and the Dye course, that's a tough get. That's going to be great. Russell Cook in Memphis has gone out on the limb with TPC Southwind and got that booked for everybody. So that's going to be a great opportunity, and that's really close to in proximity to the event that the PGA has in the playoffs. So that's going to be cool to be able to play that close. So everybody's out there working hard. All of our chapter owners putting together just some really really good stuff. And we're excited about it. Looking forward to getting out there and seeing the folks again. It's funny. I'm just looking at my calendar and penciling things in on where I want to be. I think I only have like 3 weekends open in the first 6 months of the year right now.
Yeah, it's stinking crazy. So I haven't sat down to do mine yet, but it's gonna be fun. I'm ready to get out with Henry and Craig to TPC Las Vegas. Oh goodness, I just got a text message about a ring from one of our members. I think we need proof of the engagement by a visual of the ring. So that's pretty funny. I don't know
if she's even available to do that for you right now.
Yeah, I don't know if she. I'm sure if she's watching, she'll be running down here with the ring.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if not,
Rogers mentioned that he'd like to talk about Super Senior Tee sometime. Matt or
Sure.
I, either one would be happy to have that conversation. Super Seniors is a division that is written into our manual. It's something that we've contemplated from the beginning. So now that we're seeing more senior-only events, I think we'll have more opportunities to try out some of these things, have some beta testing done on some stuff. And so, reach out to Matt or myself, either one or both of us, and we'll work on it. Yeah, Chad Henry, you're late to the party.
Yeah, you are a little late to the party, buddy.
He put a ring on it. So all you guys that were hoping that Allie might be on the market here after Matt screwed it up, it's too late. He closed the deal.
Oh, you're ridiculous. But anyways, well, it was a fun night tonight. A lot to look forward to the next week coming. We're working on some pretty cool things on the national side of things, so definitely stay tuned. Next week, 2 new chapters to welcome. Both in brand new markets for us, which I think is going to be really exciting. So, congrats to you, Jeff Dodson, as well, and thank you, Vic. But until next time, we'll see you Thursday night. So have a safe and happy New Year.